All right, Cancer, what's going on, guys? Let's do a quick reading for you, see what's going on with your humble servant, Alex here. uh, let's see what we have going on for you. Let's do a couple of shuffles here for you, Cancer. Make sure to like, subscribe, click on that bell button if you haven't done so. It helps out quite a bit. Helps out more than you would know, and it is completely free to do so. So help a brother out. Let's get going. Oh, right, Cancer. I feel like in the past maybe you were maybe strongly worded, and maybe you were staying in at home a lot, um, not going out at all. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys were like staying in. Maybe your friends would ask you to go out, go do something. You'd kind of just rather stay in. And I feel like a lot of you maybe might have questioned like, oh, there's no reason for me to go out or etc. No reason for me to. It's like you were restricting your happiness in the past. We have the Sun card in reverse. Three of Cups, related to, potentially gatherings, you were strongly worded in the past. I feel like you would avoid and maybe any social stuff. But I think ultimately you might have been even avoiding your own happiness in the past here. But I feel like things are definitely going to change a bit here in the future. I feel like you're moving forward, right? The world card in the present time being here, a change of pace, change of timing. So if you're a person maybe in the past that, I feel like maybe you're holding yourself back in terms of your happiness, of, doing things that you maybe could have, helped you live a more fulfilling life. I feel like you're kind of changing that. You're kind of spearheading a different type of way of living here. Um, Let's see, we also have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Let's clarify this Page of Pentacles. They might be kind of, maybe in the past you were, maybe comfortable, maybe scared of trying new things. But I feel like in the future you're going to be pushing towards discomfort. Because I feel like in the past maybe you might have avoided trying new things, avoided new experiences. But I feel like now you're going to be living more like in this, like, pushing yourself out of discomfort and pushing yourself towards a living where you're trying new things and okay with new experiences. Um, yeah, just be more free flowing, right? With the Four of Pentacles here in reverse, be more free flowing, a bit more balanced in your emotions as well, like a bit more, how should I say, reasonable. Yeah, the Death card that fell as well. I know I dropped a couple more cards. Did I? Maybe I did it. Okay, I didn't. But yeah, like I said, kind of change of pace for you here. Death card as well, King of Cups. Um, kind of a bit more reasonable, and it's okay to try new things. It's okay to put yourself out there. It's okay to just push yourself. Um, for some of you, you also might be giving less time, less efforts to a relationship maybe that you're currently in. Maybe you would stay in because of that. Maybe you would, for some, I mean, obviously this is not for all of you, but if you stayed in for your partner, maybe you might not be doing that anymore. Maybe you might be changing that pace, maybe going out more with your friends, because maybe you're realizing that that's okay too, right? Um, yeah, right, because we got the Queen of Swords, Six of Swords in reverse. Earlier we had the King of Swords in reverse. So yeah, for some of you, you might have stayed in because maybe you got into a relationship, you got too comfortable, felt like maybe there was no purpose going out, and then or maybe even hanging out with friends, going out to do hobbies, just living your life. And then I think at some point you started realizing that you're missing out on a lot of life, a lot of experiences that you could be having. And I feel like you realize that, and now you're starting to move in a different direction, and starting to push on having those experiences. Um, yeah, and for the future, I feel like you're gonna become more loose, become more open, start to work on things that, or do things that you want to do, right? So maybe you want to go to the club with your friends, go try rock climbing, etc., whatever, something new. You go do that, right? Without having to maybe take a partner with you. And ultimately, I feel like it won't be like ecstasy at the beginning. Like it won't be like it'll take time for you to get used to it, but over time I think you'll kind of grow into this thing, right? You'll grow into liking this type of lifestyle where it's okay to do your own things and not always stay at home because your partner's at home. Um, but to just kind of live your own life too, right? Because you have your own interests as well. Not be so focused on the rigidity of life in general, um, and be more outgoing, more free flowing. Um, yeah, let's pull some advice here. Yeah, because I feel like maybe, yeah, in the past you were always, like I said, very rigid, focused on just work, duties, stay at home, maybe too serious. I think over time it's kind of taking a toll on you. Um, and I think you also realize you need to make a change. I feel like you've realized this, or you will realize this. Because ultimately, I think it's kind of taking a bit of your essence away from you, like the lifestyle you've been living in the past. Like you're too rigid, too strict. You know, maybe trying to adult. You know, all the time, 100% of the time. I think you've realized maybe that's not the most optimal way of living. You know, all the time, right? And that's because I think creating your own form of balance is very important for you. And just being more outgoing in general, you know, taking more shots at life, at experiences, at opportunities, not being so close-minded, um, being more open to living life, whatever comes with that. I think that's important. Okay. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Hopefully this helped out. If you would like another reading, make sure to subscribe.